हेलो फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम बैक टू योर ओन चैनल चक दे विद नॉलेज। चक दे विद नॉलेज में आप सभी का हार्दिक स्वागत है। एक चैनल जो करता है बैंक की बात और बैंकर्स की बात। AIBOC का नया सर्कुलर आ चुका है जिसमें उन्होंने डिस्कशन के बारे में बताया है। कुछ एडिशनल पॉइंट हैं जो हमने कल की वीडियो में डिस्कस किए थे, उसके अलावा भी। तो आज की वीडियो को अंत तक देखना ना भूलिएगा।
In yesterday's video and circular, there was no point regarding profit-linked incentive scheme. Here it is a point. We have insisted if an officer retires, joins, separates during the financial year, he/she should be paid PLI in full. IBA has indicated that they will revisit and banks will be advised accordingly. This point was discussed in previous meeting also, but no further improvement. Another point is mandatory leave policy, which was also not covered in yesterday's video and circular. We pointed out that Canara Bank was the first bank to implement the advisory of IBA to treat the 10 days mandatory leave as a special leave outside the quota of leave of an officer. We have demanded that IBA should ensure that the same is implemented in all other banks. IBA expressed that the individual banks board has to take call on the RBI instructions. However, they also expressed hope that the same would be soon implemented. यानी कि कैनरा बैंक ने 10 दिन की मैंडेटरी लीव जो आरबीआई का सर्कुलर है वो लागू कर दी हैं और वो लीव्स जो है वो नॉर्मल लीव से नहीं काटी जाती हैं। आईबीए के साथ डिमांड की गई कि सभी बैंकों में लागू हो, लेकिन आईबीए ने इसको छोड़ दिया बैंकों के ऊपर और कहा कि आरबीआई की इंस्ट्रक्शन को जिस तरह से भी करना है बोर्ड को फॉलो करना है। तो इसका मतलब बैंक कर सकते हैं, फालतू में टाइम बर्बाद कर रहे हैं, आईबीए का कोई रोल है ही नहीं। नेक्स्ट पॉइंट इज रिगार्डिंग द रिम्बर्समेंट ऑफ एक्सपेंसेज ऑन रोड ट्रेवल। IBA has informed that the matter is under active consideration, including the transportation of goods by lorry carriers while delinking from wagon load receipts. The increase is expected to be significant. NPS point was there in yesterday's circular and video, so we will not cover. Next point is grid holidays. IBA has informed that the present arrangement of compensation is extended by the bank is working well. From our side, we insisted that the statement should not be generalized as many officers desire a compensatory off and the difference in number of days of leave between the normal officers working in the branch and grid should be credited to the officers leave account in addition to the PL. Conveyance allowance to PC employees. As the central government is recently revised the transport allowance, IBA has indicated to examine the same. Stagnation increment point already covered yesterday, which was available in yesterday's circular, so we will not revisit it. So next point is medical aid for the year 2017. While IBA was reiterating their position based on the circular issued in 2015 that the medical aid was on pro rata basis, we clearly presented that the amount allocated was rupees 64 crore in our allocation and difference should be paid in full. IBA assured to revisit the same afresh. Next point is regarding LFC, which was not covered in yesterday's circular. IBA opined that as the issue has been raised subsequent to the 8th joint note and it was not part of COD, it would not be considered. We made it evidently clear that the note on LFC with specific reference to monetization, enhancement of class of travel as well as the spouse if working in the same bank is eligible to avail separate LFC are pending with IBA as they assured in the past to discuss the same. It was also made clear to IBA that common items like leave agreed with the workmen unions would be automatically extended to us also. Female officers should be allowed to have a separate LFC and in this regard an advisory of IBA is a must as many female officers had missed the benefit of LFC because of the absence of the instruction from IBA. We also made it clear that the inordinate delay on the part of IBA to issue the advisory that both spouses were eligible to avail separate LFC was just unacceptable. IBA then stated that the matter would be revisited. 5 days week point was discussed in yesterday video also, but let's see what is the officers union opinion. On 1st of July 2022 during the meeting with IBA, we had made it evidently clear that the 5-day work week has to be introduced without any further delay. The introduction of 5-day work week was the need of the hour, as it was an investment in the future, as we have to nurture and protect the most important assets of the bank, the human assets, who are the future of the bank. Our members are toiling hard at branches and offices 10 to 12 hours a day and working under extreme duress and constraints. We wanted a healthy and focused regiment of officers who are driving the growth and development of the institutions. IBA had on that day indicated that the modalities need to be worked out to compensate the working hours of the remaining Saturdays to benefit the customers and also to put up the appropriate authority for consideration. We today again reiterated that we were open to any incremental change in business hours in order to clinch the much awaited 5 days work week, as our officers fraternity is accustomed to put in extended hours of work every day to fulfill the goal and objective of the banks. We were given to understand by IBA that the workmen unions are now expected to convey their consent to the proposal of extending business hours. We, however, have demanded that the cash transaction hour need to be reduced considering increased dependence on ADC and also to provide ample time for compliance related work. The discussion ended on a positive note. We are confident that the long standing demand of officers fraternity of 5 days work week would fructify in the near future. So little bit different from the yesterday's circular. While we insisted for a reiteration of earlier communication issued by IBA in the matter of granting the stagnation increment PQPETC to an officer who had not participated in the promotional exercise, IBA has suggested that the individual banks may refer the cases facilitating the IBA to provide the guidance. Pension updation, most important point. IBA expressed that they are open to examine the payment of ex gratia to pre-1986 secretaries, as the same is outside the purview of Pension Regulation 1995. IBA indicated that there is a need of harmonization of DA prior to 2002 and couple of options need to be examined on the basis of data to be collected provided by the banks. However, we have reiterated that the evaluation of cost for updation should be carried out as that of one done in 2010 to assess the position of the fund, as our goal was updation of pension. Simultaneously, we demanded that all banks should have health of the pension funds examined and make provisions wherever necessary to ensure that the fund was sustainable in the long run. So you can see there is nothing important in this and little bit different again from the yesterday's letter of the workmen union. So we are not hopeful in case of pension updation, little bit positive in case of 5 days banking. Please share with all bankers and pensioners too.